incredible. Things are starting to gel. They are, Joe. It just feels that way, doesn't it? Do you feel could we do with 2 more? Maybe another midfielder and a striker. Do we need another striker, or is Tom Bloxham the real deal? I mean, he's a winger, but my gosh, he looked good today as a striker. Even Ashley Fletcher getting on the score sheet. I'm always happy when he gets on the score sheet because I kind of like him. I just wish he was a little bit more adventurous in the box. You know, I just wish he was more of a poacher. But you know, I've seen the goal, I've seen it, and it's, you know, puts it away lovely. You know, you can miss them, even though it's a, you know, he's still got quite a small area to hit into. I know he couldn't, you know, really. It was kind of it wasn't an open net, but it was a great ball across. I mean, you know, Tom Bloxham again, just, you know, beating the defender for pace. And just putting looking up and putting the perfect ball across to him, didn't he? I mean, those are like simple goals, just real simple goals. Tranmere Rovers fan, Kogi says, cheers mate, that was a great night, shame how things have gone since then. Yeah, it is really, you know, and yeah, we were upset about it. On that night, I actually interviewed the Tranmere fan that's been filming matches since like 1970 or something. He goes all over. He still keeps in touch with me now, actually, and he was really interested. There is actually an interview with him on that video. Great guy. Great. So it's kind of sad. Hazard's football. Really like Tom Bloxham so far. Also started my own Blackpool channel. You fool! Hazard. What can I say? Honestly, if I could go back in time and do what I was originally going to do, which was all to do with my discos and my weddings and everything. My YouTube channel was about that. It was never going to be about Blackpool Football Club. It just so happened that Blackpool Football Club came back, and I went to a meeting at the De Vere, and you know. And I went and cleaned the seats with the BST, and I got involved in it all. But honestly, it's like, it's a weird thing having a YouTube channel about a football club, because when you watch a lot of videos, you know, people telling you how to make YouTube videos and everything, they're always, one of the hardest things is like writing, thinking of things to make a video of. So you've got to like script them, and you know, you've got to think of something, and you've got to look for topics that maybe are trending and talk about those sort of things. But when you're following a football club, you don't have to script or write anything. It's just like continual. There's a match on a Saturday, a match on a Tuesday, a match on a Saturday. You know, it just goes on and on and on. And then there's a pre-season and pre-season matches, and it's Christmas time. There's all these games. But the trouble is that, you know, your videos rely on, you know, your team winning. You know, people watch it if you win, but they're not so keen on watching it when you lose, and they certainly don't want to watch a boring 0-0 draw. And of course, you know, you have the thing that people already know the score, you know, they know the result. So you are very dependent on Blackpool Football Club, and that really does get to you in the end. I can assure you, looking in the future, it's not as easy as you think, just mentally, to keep going when things are bad. And I must admit, I have been struggling with it, especially, you know, the last few seasons. It's just like, it's torture to make these videos when you lose. Mark Manning, hi Mark, he says at the beginning of the season I put a hefty bet on Blackpool getting promoted, so we'll never give up hope. Well, I never give up hope either. It's just in you, and until it's like mathematically impossible, there's always hope. And you know, 3-1 away at Exeter, it's a turning point, isn't it? And you know, that first half just sounded so amazing, and I've seen all the goals and just wow. Lewis says, went to the game today. Wow, do you live down there, or have you travelled all the way from, well, you're still down there, it's a long way down to Exeter. We went there last year, start of the season. I've still got to do the football tourist guide for that as well. I've had a block on that as well, to be honest. I've like a mental writer's block on doing the football tourist guide, and Jane keeps bothering me about it, so I will get it done. I was actually intending to get it done before this Exeter match, but we had a great time in Exeter. We drew down there last time. So we say he went to the game today, great in the first half, slightly weak, but overall defensively solid. Or solider, more solid, yes. Yeah, well, we only let one in. We always, you know, you're hanging on, aren't you? Right, Dunbar, look who's alive. I'm alive, I'm still doing videos, I've just not been doing these live streams, but I may start doing more live streams. I can't decide on what to do. I certainly can't decide on what to do next season. I'm going to change things next season again. This, having the guests in as the football players has been particularly difficult to get them. I've got another one coming in the next one, another player, but it is difficult. Yeah, it has proved difficult. Brett Ormond was my big disappointment because he was coming in and then he's gone to be kit man at Bolton. He couldn't do it. It was all arranged, and I was so upset that I didn't get to do it with him, but never mind. But it has been frustrating, and I don't think I'm going to do match day vlogs next season. I think I may do a monthly recap or something, but I'm just not going to do. I just don't have the time, to be honest. I'm busy. I'm working for paddle tennis company. I do videos all the time, so I don't quite have the time to do it. And unless Blackpool get back up into the Championship, and then I'll maybe think about it. Callum Coyles here said, you warn people, Blackpool playoff charge on. Blackpool playoff charge on? Well, it's a start. It's not a charge yet, but it's a start. Oh, you've still got your spanner. We've not changed anything, Ryan. Still there, as you know, looking after the channel for me. Yeah, Bloxham, absolutely. Been amazing. Hey Lee, Danny here, been from Block A, been a big fan for years, now keep up the good work, massive fan. So can I have a shout out? Also, what's your opinion on Dom Thompson? Well, there you are, you've got a shout out, Danny. About Dom Thompson, I actually liked Dom Thompson. I just thought he was dead unlucky. Everything he kind of, every mistake he made, just ended up in, them scoring or something. I think he lost his confidence, but I kind of liked him. But we've been without for so long that if he's, good luck to him if he's got his, move away and he goes some other well, and his career's going nowhere with us at the moment. He never, he doesn't get to play. It's a shame, really. But my eldest, Alex, he hates him, absolutely hates him. And when we went to Bolton last season, and he was almost in tears, so upset about Dom Thompson because it was all, and it wasn't really Dom Thompson's fault. Their winner, they give him a hard ball and all that. But honestly, he was going mental about Dom Thompson, and he'll be really pleased he's gone. So I'm pleased for Alex, if anything else. But I actually quite liked him. I didn't mind Dom Thompson. Did I go today? No, I didn't. I've not been going away this season. Honestly, it's mentally to go all the way to Exeter and generally maybe watch Blackpool lose, but this year they're not, they are playing better away from home. So they ruined a lot of last year. Boxing Day did my head in under, a lot of it did my head in under Critch, and I just need to see Blackpool, winning more. So if they start winning more, I will consider going to some away games this season, definitely. If I'm feeling positive, it's just been hard. I've got to say, it's been mentally tough to keep going with these videos when it's just been so bad. How's this football? So do you think we need to sign any more players? If yes, where do you think we need to improve? I think we could do with well, I don't know, you see, that's the thing. I was thinking about a midfielder, but then that Onamar came on again today, didn't he? And, he could, if he keeps fit, he could be an absolute, he could be a really important cog in the wheel. But Lee Evans, didn't play today, so it's injuries, isn't it? And I don't think we've got enough cover there. Well, having said that, a lot of people slag off Sonny Carey, but I quite like him. I don't mind him, and he played okay today. He didn't do much wrong today. I thought his booking was very, very harsh. I really did. I thought he didn't really even, he wasn't even kicking it away, was it? It was just all part of the, his movement. And the thing is, just it was a bad booking. It wasn't like he kicked a dead ball away or anything, was it? It was a very harsh booking. His free kick, but then again, you can't criticise Sonny Carey for a free kick when we have, Lee Evans just can't take one. I watch him week in, week out. You just can't take a free kick. You don't, you know, he drives me mental with it. Hardly ever takes a good free kick. So I'd love a really good, you know, dead ball specialist. Would be great. I kind of always think we've missed Kenny Dougal, you know, because he got stuck in. I remember I watched it on the halfway line because I only watched it behind the south stand, and you don't, from up in the, you know, the back of the south stand, you don't really get the feel of how, you know, like how gladiatorial it is at times when you get in the west stand and you can see it and they're going in and you're really quite close, and you know you can hear the blooming screams and stuff when somebody takes somebody down, and you just see them going in. And I remember Kenny Dougal was really pretty hard, and he was hard, and I think we need that, a hard man. I'd like a really hard man like a Keith Southern maybe, and I do think we need another striker. You know, I don't think we can put it all on Bloxham's shoulders. But wow, you know, what can you say? I mean, Beasley's back. Is he the answer? I don't know. You know, Jordan Rhodes, again, he didn't get a goal. But Jordan Rhodes came out at a time where we were just trying to kind of like, you know, run the clock down. Camco says, how many points are we off now? 7. No, I can't. Are we? I think we're 8 points. I think we're 8, are we? 8 off the 6th spot. I don't know, because I turned my phone off because somebody messes with my phone all the time, so I can't even tell you. You'll have to Google it. Come on. CJ man of the match. Was he? Oh, you're going to Exeter away in the FA Cup on a Tuesday night. Good for you. That's a true fan. But you know, you're having the time of your life, Dor. You know, everything must feel good. We haven't been having the time of our lives here. When am I doing live streams again for matches? I can't do live streams for matches because you can't, unless it's like a Sky. I could do it for watching Sky. You know, for live on Sky away, I could do a live stream then. Could do. I could. In fact, actually, I quite fancy it doing it. Let Jane watch it in the other room because I don't know, sometimes. I drive her nuts. I just drive her nuts when I'm watching football with her because I'm such a stress head to watch it with. Well, it's a long way away, Callum. I can't even begin to think about Championship. You know, I cried at Wembley when we got up the last time. So trust me, if we're at Wembley, if we did get in the playoffs and we did go up at Wembley, I would be crying too because I hate this league. I hate League One. It's just, I just feel like I've been here all my life and I just hate it. And I really like the Championship, and I could, you know, I could stay in the, you know, I would have been happy staying in the Championship for years. It wouldn't have bothered me. It doesn't have to be the Premier League for me. I'd love to get in the Premier League only to get the money. I've said it loads of times to get that Premier League money and just do something right with it this time instead of getting it all stolen last time. So I feel that's what I would like if I could, you know, to get that. But I'd be perfectly happy if I got in the Premiership, in the Championship. I loved it while I was in there. I didn't enjoy that last season because it was. No, we're together. We're together. I've sorted it out. I managed to stop doing all the things that are annoying her. so I've worked on myself, and I've worked on myself, and she's decided maybe I'm worth sticking with. Right, so Charlie says, 8 points off Barnsley at 6th with a game in hand. We all know as Pill fans, the last 6 or 7 we won under Critch, so it can happen. If form happens, especially at home. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Are we going to sign this Niall Ennis? I've been reading about it on A View from the Tower, as we all have. It seemed a done deal, but then he was on the bench today. I think for Stoke, was he? I don't know, but I think Stoke fans are saying that they drive him here themselves. But I think there's a player in there. I think if anybody can get a player out of, bring a player out of him, Steve Bruce is the man. I mean, Tom Bloxham did look good on New Year's Day, obviously against Shrewsbury, but my gosh, he had a performance today. No, no, she won't. No, she won't because I've because I've because I've crowdfunded a seat for former players. I may bring her in as a guest, but she doesn't really like sitting with me at football. If I'm being honest, I stress too much for her, and it stresses her out, and she doesn't like stress. So it's probably not the best thing sitting with me at football matches. And so probably not, but maybe there may be a guest appearance if I can't get some football players on. I may just bring her back in for one or two, you know, if she wants to come on. But again, it's down to her really, you know, because she, you know, I'm the one that's the pain in the arse. So yeah, that's it really. Have you all seen the game? How are you all feeling? I mean, are we all feeling that the playoffs are on? I mean, 8 points with a game in hand. But we may have a game in hand on Barnsley, but some teams have got a game in hand on us, haven't they? So we're not really there yet. But yep. Has anybody else seen the match today? Was the second half bad? It didn't sound so bad on the radio, I've got to say. Well, you can't really come and sit with me because you're not a former player, Callum. And if I don't, you know, the fans have raised the money for me to get former players in, and I'm always upset when I can't get former players in. And if I started putting fans in all the time, then it wouldn't be fair on the people that have put the money in for it. So it has. I'm trying to get it for former players as much as I can. If I can't, then I can't. Lewis is here. Says Tom at Bloxham was unreal. Yes, he sounds unreal. It sounded unreal. Yeah, it did. It sounded amazing. I mean, he scored one, made one, hit the post, didn't he? Came straight back out off the post. So that was, you know, the radio thought we were in, honestly. And so, yeah, and a really good performance. And I actually thought he played really well at Bloomfield Road as well. You know, I thought he played really, really well. He's, for a big guy, they can't get the ball off him, can they? You know, it sticks to him. He's got pace. He outpaced the defence today. You know, skipped over a challenge, didn't he? You know, I've seen it coming down, you know, I've watched the goals, as I say, they were on a view from the tower. They were, in fact, they're on Blackpool FC's Twitter as well, because they're excited about it as well. It's an amazing run. His second goal, honestly, it's got to be right up there, one of the best goals that I've ever seen. I mean, he just beats the defender, cuts inside, goes round the goalkeeper, and then slides it like in between the two players on the line. It's just, honestly, it's so beautiful. I could watch it for a week. I could just keep watching it all day. Callum Adams. I don't even know who is. Should I know Callum Adams? Is it Charlie Adams? I don't know. I don't know what that means, Callum. Are you a great footballer? Unbelievably, says Connor Ruan. Unbelievably, best first half of the season, and Tom Bloxham must be one of our best signings in a long time. Positive time. Yeah, he's one of those players, a bit like Bowler, where he gets you off, you know, your seat, isn't he? Yeah, some celebration. Yeah, although don't want him. You know, I can't believe a 6'5" player, you know, can do a blooming backflip. It was a great backflip as well, wasn't it? As well, didn't see it coming. He kind of didn't do it in the run. He kind of turned. I still can't understand how he did it. He kind of turned round and then flipped, didn't he? He was kind of running one way, spun round and flipped at the same time, which was. Who did you play for, Callum? How's your career? Who did you play professionally for? Stephen Wood said, I went to the home game, not seen highlights yet. Sounds much better. Just wait till you see the highlights. Just wait till you see the goals. It's just honestly, you'd be like, wow. You know what I mean? I haven't seen a player do it. Well, Brett Ormrod was the last time we had a player that that did a backflip, and he did a backflip with a broken after having a broken leg. I remember in the semi-final against Hartley. So against Hartlepool, the semi-final against Hartlepool, he scored, and his mum had said, whatever you do, if you score, do not do a backflip, because he'd only just got back from a broken leg, and he still did it. Semi-charm life is here. Well, you'll have to snap them then, mate, because nobody's getting that seat unless you're a former player, so that's it. And and that's it. Hiya, semi-charm life. Yes, I'm just. I thought I'd have a little chat with people because I was actually buzzing from Blackpool winning away 3-1. We haven't won for ages. We've had lots of draws, and this new lad that we signed called Tom Bloxham, we got him from Shrewsbury Town. I think it's rumoured it was £300,000. If we've only paid £300,000 for him, he's got to be the bargain of the century. So, nice to hear from you. Yes, fire again. Yeah, excellent, wasn't he? Yeah. In fact, he started the first goal off, didn't he? Because they tried to pull him back. I mean, the guy had hold of him, didn't he? If you see it, he had hold of his arm. And the referee let play on, and of course CJ got a little bit lucky. I thought CJ, the keeper's got a kind of hand to it, but the keeper just like helped it into the net, didn't he? Normally in that situation he'd tip it over the bar or something, but no, it was great. Yeah, 3-1. Indeed, it was nice. Beasley coming back will give a bit of boost regarding backups and give Fletch some food for thought. It certainly will. It was good to see him get a goal though today. When that goal went in for Exeter and they should have got the penalty, I started getting really nervous. Looked a penalty to me, yeah. Some say it was, some say he went down very easily and kind of took our defender down with him. The referee was right on it. I'll have to have a look. I'll have to have a look on highlights to see. The radio channel. We are on Radio Lancashire on our away games. Radio Lancashire. Yeah, and it was a lovely finish, wasn't it, from Fletcher? I mean, you put it on a plate for him, let's be honest, but you can miss those. You can balloon them over the bar. I mean, you saw Apter, miss one at Bloomfield Road last week that was as easy to put in as that, and he ballooned it over the bar, hit row Z or something, didn't he? When he should have really just placed it, and it was an open net for him. So they are missable, but yeah, it was nice to see him score and kind of put it away. Confidently. He didn't fresh air or miss it. He just, timed it lovely and it put it out that would reach the keeper, hit it pretty hard as well. It was a good. The whole thing was just a good move, and it's all down to Bloxham. We've watched Apter lots of times this season, haven't we? He's come down that wing, he's cut inside, he's beat people, and then his final ball has either been too short, too far. He's not looked up. He's had a shot and missed, and I've seen loads of times where teams have just broken on us and then they just put that ball across to another guy running in, and it's just it's like a tap-in almost, and it was beautiful football. It was great. Yes, Ben would say the Cod Army. Indeed he would. He would. Yeah, the Hudders game, Fire was struggling a bit, wasn't he? I think that left winger was giving him a torrid time, but he has been great, and yeah, he is a fabulous player, isn't he? I like him a lot. Just a shame we're not going to be able to sign him. Yeah, Connor Owen says yes, 100%. It was very nicely done, as was CJ's chip. Yes, CJ does have goals in him, doesn't he? He does have goals in him, and again, it's all down to his pace. It was just a through ball to him. He just took it on, and he just, he did put it away well. And it was lovely that the goalkeeper helped it into the middle of the goal. It was great. Normally, you'd see a miracle and goalie get his foot out or something, it'd go over the bar, but no, it just went straight in, and it was beautiful. Yeah, Apter's just sometimes messes up, but he does get goals. He got the first goal on Blackpool Road, didn't he? It was a great goal, cut inside, did it all himself again, and then he just didn't get that on a plate, to win it really. Because I thought we should have beat Huddersfield really, 2-0 up, and we could have been 3 or 4 up quite easily. First half, we played really, really well, and it's just that mad 5 minutes, and we had chances. We did have chances to win that game, even though Tyra pulled off a great save, didn't he, to keep us in it. But yeah, it's a game we should have won. Jane is away on holiday with her friend. She's gone on holiday. That's why I'm here on my own. That's why I was talking to you lot, because I just needed to talk to somebody about it. I'm so excited. I finally got something exciting to talk about Blackpool. I just wanted to talk, and I couldn't wait. And I wanted to try out this YOLO box again, see if I could get it working, because I've not used it for a long time. It seems to be working okay. Everything just works on this little box here in front of me. It's just a little box. So it's like a little iPad. W&G fans, yeah. Hey, it's been a while. I wish I'd gone, but there weren't any coach tickets. Were there not? Well, I must admit, I went last year, and I wish I'd have gone to this one rather than last year's one. But it's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. Exeter flipping heck. I mean, we stayed off on the way down. We broke it up. We went to Cheddar Gorge on the way down last time, and then we stayed over. So it was pretty good. It was a pretty good trip. Jane went to Sooty Land as well on that one, which she's a big fan of Sooty, and they've got Sooty Land down there. No, I don't think I will be going to Lincoln away this time. Part of me kind of wants to go, if I'm being honest, but Lincoln, oh God, they're like a bogey side, and they have beaten the Posh today. And that's amazing, isn't it, that we're actually above Peterborough, and they beat us 5-0. I mean, what the hell's happened to Peterborough? They were superb on that night, weren't they, against us? They just, everything that went in, it was in. So the camera quality and the stream looks brilliant. Every credit, yeah. This is going through what's called a YOLO Box Pro, which is great. But the only thing I don't like about it is that if anybody super chats, what they say doesn't come up, so it's pointless. But yeah, it's a really nice stream, isn't it? Of course, I'm on the ZV-E10 with a Tamron 17-70 lens, and it is really nice. It's really, that there gives me a thrill. The lights, bokeh, that way there, yeah. Those lights in the background, the little bokeh balls give me a thrill. So it all just looks really nice. It looks good on my little screen anyway. So I'm glad it looks good for you as well. I'm not quite sure what you're saying there. Does she have... Sorry, Callum, I can't... What hub, again? Does she have her... Don't know. I'll have to maybe just write that out again. I can't tell that. W&G fans says we drew to Cambridge, but they're 22nd. Yes, it is quite a long way at Lincoln. It's a lovely place, actually, Lincoln. It is a nice place. Jane likes Lincoln, and she likes Cleethorpes, so we tend to go to Cleethorpes and then Lincoln, and we've done that quite a lot of times recently. It's very nice, to stay over. It's beautiful. They've got the marina there, the castle, steep hill. Yeah. Charlie says, Penno going off against Huddersfield was our downfall due to his injury. Baggett wasn't comfortable, but today he appeared to be good. Posh ain't nothing without Poku. Yeah, well. So, I'll take it he's injured, is he? I don't know. Conor Ryan says, we'd love to see what happens when Penno comes back, as Baggett was brilliant again today. Well, he looked really good, didn't he? And then obviously got injured at Blackpool Rovers, and I was so upset about it. He's fought back from his injury, and he is a class player. He got to a lot of headers, didn't he, today? He headed a lot of stuff away. He's a big lad. He is massive. And his feet. What about Hubby? I thought he played okay today. I thought they all, I thought they were all right. I think sometimes Hubby, you know, he's getting to the end of his career, and I don't know how many more years he's got in him. I always see those things where he shows, you know, he takes his boot off and all his toes are bleeding. Oh, it looks really bad. So I don't know. He plays. He clearly plays through a lot of pain. Does Hubby, doesn't he? But he's always 100%. You can rely on him. He is a captain, and I really like him. I just don't know how many more years he's got left in him. W&G fan says the table looks interesting. The relegatees have been decided. Have they? I can't look at the table because I've turned my phone off. I have to turn my phone off on these things because somebody messes around with my phone every time I'm on a live stream. Yes, I can see a loss against Lincoln as well. They always seem to come good against us. And do you think the players will just be knackered? They will only get one session if that's in between Lincoln and even then that would. Well, it's the same for Lincoln as well. They've been playing today, and so it's the same for both teams. They're both playing today, so. Andy Davitt says Baggett did well today, but at fault for the goal. I thought, to be honest with you, I thought their goal was pretty good. You know, I thought it was a great ball through, and you know the guy put it away really, really well, didn't he? But yeah, I can't blame him really for that one thing. And at the end of the day, I suppose it didn't matter. It could have mattered if they'd have got the penalty, and then would have been 3-2, and then you know what it's like. It'd have been like the blooming Alamo coming at us. Connor says, yeah, there's 8 points. We are 8 points off the playoffs, but there's a lot of teams in front of us in that 8 points, and it's not just the 8 points you've got to get catch up. You've got to get past all them players, all the teams in front of us as well, because while we may catch the team that's 8 points above us, if the team, say, that's 7 points or 6 points go on the same run, we're still 6. You know what I mean? You can't catch them. There's that many teams to get past, so we won't really know, I don't think, and for another 10 games, then we'll have an idea, because we'll only have like 10 games to go, and we'll know where we are. And if we're there and thereabouts, and we're getting close to playoffs in 10 games, then yeah, but we've got to sort this home form out, because we've got 11 home games and we've got 8 away games, and after Tuesday night we've only got 7 away games. We've got 7 away, and we're playing well away. And I think I agree with Steve Bruce in his interview, where he says that, you know, we go away and teams, because they're at home, they attack us, and if they attack us and they don't shut up shop behind us, we're good. But when teams come to Bloomfield Road and they put everybody behind the ball, they make it really difficult for us to score, and they try and catch on the break, and those are the teams that we just can't seem to beat, which is, I think, why we played so well against Huddersfield, because Huddersfield, I mean, if you remember the Huddersfield game, they didn't do any play acting, they didn't roll around on the floor, there was no time wasting. They were trying to win it as much as we were trying to win it, because they were near the top, and that was a great game. And that's when Blackpool play at the best, when they're playing teams that are, you know, trying to attack us. It's when we come against these teams that just waste time and mess about and, you know, break the game up and do all the cheating, anything, you know, to stop us scoring. We don't. So we need to be able to beat those kind of teams, and it seems to be like our Achilles heel for years, that we just can't seem to cope with teams that battle for every inch of the pitch, and, you know, and I say, just time waste and mess about, and they drive me nuts, and that's what we seem to get at home all the time. But Lincoln, it's both home games, that's the difference. Yeah, of course, yeah, but if it was we're better away from home, so who knows? The top 3 all had draws. Well, I don't know. So tightening up, isn't it? I don't think we could even think about the top 3. I think if we got the playoffs, it'd be really good. You know, if we managed to get in the playoffs after this season, with, you know, all the, you know, the sad thing that happened to Steve Bruce and his grandson, you know, it's just so sad. And that, you know, I think if that hadn't happened, I think we'd be a lot higher up than we are now. Yes, there is plenty of time to move up, indeed. We just have to keep one game at a time. Semi-charm life, just one game at a time. But, yeah, you know, we can still afford to lose a few along the way. But, you know, we need to start getting this consistent winning, because Blackpool seem to be a team that thrive on winning, and if we get on a winning run, we can go a long way with it. So we've just got to get on a run. We haven't managed to get on a run so far this season. We've had a run of draws. We're becoming a bit of a draw specialist. Now if we can turn that into being win specialists, we've got a chance. Blackpool on Sky Football in a couple of weeks. If they are, maybe I will do a live stream on that then, maybe. Yeah, it is very tight. Yeah, we're actually 14th. We're still 14th, aren't we? Didn't move up, but we moved further away from the relegation zone, which was good. And I think now, the club are looking up, and we should be looking up. The problem, the issue I had with the Championship season when we went down, when I went to see, I've said it many times, but I went to see Brett Geraghty, and they told us that the goal was just to finish one place above relegation, and if that was the goal, then that's why we went down. But you've got to be looking up, and you've got to be trying to, at least, the goal should have been to finish top half, shouldn't it? That's what Ben Mansford was there. He told me, he said, look, this is, we're aiming to finish. If we finish 1 point above relegation, it'd been a good season. Well, it wasn't a good season because we didn't finish one place above relegation. And let's say if you don't set your target to be higher than that, then that's why we went down. Keep the faith. I try to most of the time. I have been, as I say, I said it earlier. It's just. The whole thing's been getting me down, really. Just Blackpool in general. Over the last few years, has just been really hard to be a vlogger and keep losing videos and all the rest of it. But it's great when you just feel good, and I felt good today, so I thought I'd come on because I'm feeling good. I'm not moaning. Andy Davitt is here. The team's starting to take shape under Bruce. Maybe not enough time left to get into the playoffs, though. Would take a good run. Bloxham looking good. Maybe the missing link up front. Well, he clearly is. He clearly looks capable, doesn't he? I mean, he really, he hit the post. He scored an absolute. I mean, honestly, that has got to be one of the best goals I've seen from Blackpool in a long time. My God, it was just beautiful in every way. Everything about it was just absolutely class, wasn't it? It's the kind of thing that some like young kids would do on a field or something, that just against rubbish defenders. But to do that, to beat that defender, skip over that his last lunge, skip over that, come inside, go round the keeper, and then two men on the line and just put it in between them. It was just. God, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And the celebration at the end, you know what I mean? Wow! Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And then the next one, he does the same thing again. He just beats that defender, all ends up, doesn't he? Goes past him and just looks across and just puts the perfect ball there. I mean, God, if Apter could do that ball all the time, just put a perfect ball across. And, Fletcher could have missed it, but he didn't. It was just a thing of beauty, those goals. Even CJ's goal was great as well. They were all great goals today. And all sort of on the break, what teams do to us all the time. It was wonderful to watch. We got to say transition now rather than on the break. I think Steve Bruce said that in his interview, didn't he? He's now got to say transition. But agree, we are brilliant when we can break on the transition, but when people sit back against us, that's when we struggle. The coaches need to try and sort that out, to find a new way to attack at home. Yeah, if a team is shutting up shop, we've got to figure out a way to break these teams down. The only somebody said it on a view from the tower. I was reading just in the comments about the match, and they were saying that now, if we've got CJ, and we've got Bloxham, and we've got Apter, then that's three men they've got to mark, and they can't double, triple up on any one of them because there's three of them. And if they're all fast and playing well, and Fletcher as well, I mean, they did. Somebody was saying that they'd done something to stop because everything was going through Fletcher, and he was being quite because he is an influence. He is quite clever. He may not score goals, but he does play the ball around really well, and he does have vision, and he is useful for that. So if we've got that four of them, we've got Bloxham, we've got Fletcher, who may get confidence again from this goal. We've got Apter, we've got CJ. They can't mark them all. You know, they can't double up on all of them, and if they can't, then Apter gets doubled up on quite a lot, doesn't he? But if they've got Bloxham, they can't double up on Apter if Bloxham's coming round him and doing everything he does. So Apter's going to have more space, isn't he, to cause more trouble. So it is exciting. Yeah, if we got a draw, I'd be happy with that. Conor says there's still 54 points on offer. Again, you'll have to tell me how many we've played because I can't look on my phone. But I thought there was 20 games left. 20 games? Is there not 20 games left? Could be wrong. We've got 11. There's 11 home games and 8 away games. So we've got 19 games left to go. There's 20 today, so 19 to go. So 19 times 3 is 57 points then, is it? 57? Sammy Charmline says, if you are enjoying the live stream, please be sure to hit the like button, support Lee and the channel. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. And also subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Because I've been trying to get to 8,000 for 2 years now. I'll never get there. It goes up. You know, I'll see it. We've got to, I think I'm on, what am I on now? 7,839 or something, and then it goes up to 7,845, then it goes back again down to, can't seem to get it there. I don't know if I'll ever get to 8,000. But my goal is 10. I think I'll retire. I'd actually retire, I think, if I got to 10. I think that'd be it. I think I'd done what I set out to get, 10,000. I had these dreams about getting to 10,000 when I first started, and I kind of thought I'd have done it in about 3 or 4 years, but just no chance. No chance following Blackpool Football Club. If we'd have got in the Premier League, I'd have done it. I'd have done it like Doron Tory's on, I don't know, 15,000 now or something, because he's in the Premier League, you know what I mean? And they seem to be able to vlog in the Premier League. Nobody seems to bother him in the Premier League. There's all this stupid thing with the EFL about not being able to vlog and not being able to record any match footage and all this baloney that I read all the time. And yet half the fans that come to the away matches are all doing vlogs on, you know, filming everything, and yeah, you know, we're not allowed to. Stephen Wood, hello. Stephen says, just watch the goals. We need to run again. Keep the faith. What do you think of the goals, Stephen? Though they're amazing goals. WG fan says, with Blackpool has Lincoln at the same time Birmingham have Huddersfield, and Huddersfield lost at Bolton today, didn't they? So they didn't look all that special, I didn't think, really. I thought they were beatable. I didn't think they were that good, if I'm being honest. I thought we were the better team against Huddersfield. We're just 5 minutes at... Andy Davitt says, Afaya looks like the best loan signing we've had for some time. A real talent at 21, probably too good for League One. I think we signed him as a midfielder, but he could probably play in goal. Yes, he could. He could play any... I mean, he attacks, doesn't he? He does attack, and he does... I mean, the whole, you know, the first goal came from him taking that ball off that player, didn't he? And they tried to pull him back, and they even, like, held him by the arm. He still carried on. The referee waved on. He put it... Did he then move it to Albie Morgan, who then just turned and just shoved it out to CJ? It was just like balletic football. It was beautiful. It's some of the best goals I've seen from Blackpool in a long time. Yeah, we watched the Wrexham game. Yeah. In fact, I didn't go because every time I go, we lose, and I hate losing on Boxing Day. You know, it did my head in against again. Who we play the other? Yeah, Burton away on Boxing Day. Honestly, I did that rant when I got back to the saddle. I was so sick. Because we should have beat Burton. And to lose against Burton at that time when they hadn't won for about 13 games or something, it was just unbelievable. I just went on that. That was when I thought, right, I'm going to break my hoodoo. I'm going to break my hoodoo because we're going to win at Burton. I could finally see Blackpool win away on a Boxing Day, and didn't. So I said this year I'm not going because I'm a jinx, and then I'm kind of glad I didn't go, really, because you couldn't see the game. I mean, my 2 boys went, and they couldn't see at all the Wrexham goal. You know, it was just fog. They couldn't see it. They haven't got a clue. You know, they just heard the roar, but they couldn't see it. Bob Walters said, good win. Bloxham looks impressive. He certainly does, doesn't he? I mean, it's a great start to his career, isn't it? I mean, it is a great, you know, he could have had he hit the post, he scored a goal, and he did an assist, and he was trouble. You know, he was trouble. I listened on the radio. He was trouble. Cameron says Blackpool, Bloxham goal, best goal since Jerry Yates versus Watford. Was that? Which was the one where Jerry Yates like went into the box and beat like 2 or 3 players and then put it in the. Was that against Watford when he did that, where he jinxed in the box and put it in the far corner? It was brilliant. Jerry Yates scored some great goals at times. He was brilliant. Oh, Jamie. County fan here. Why on earth did you let Callum Connolly go? He's excellent for this year at centre-back. See you at Esley on March. You know what? He was one of the most hated players at Blackpool, Callum Connolly. They used to think that, he used to say that like he had something on Critch because he used to play him all the time, and he just was not popular. He was not popular here. So that's why we let him go. He just. But I'm glad to see he's doing really, really well with you. It's great to see, and it's great to see you guys doing really, really well as well. You know, you are doing fantastic, and you got a local guy who's pumping money in, which is great as well, isn't it? It's great. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was 18 left. Yes, it is 57 points. It's definitely 8 away games and it's 11 home games. I've counted them, so definitely 19, 57. Yeah, so a lot of points to play for. If we win all them, we'd win the league. Simple as that. We'd actually probably win the league if we got all 57 points, but that isn't going to happen. But you know, 8,000 subs. Yeah, in my dreams. In my dreams. It's never going to happen, semi-charm life. I'll never get there. I will get to 8,000. I've only got 700 subs left. I've got more than 700. How many have I got? I can't remember how many I've got now. It's been that long. It could be 700. Yeah, but I was on 7,000 2 years ago. So I don't think it's possible. Not unless Blackpool go on a really good run and get in the Championship. I've got no chance. Conor is right. You had a dream. Good. Not really. Not really, Conor. It didn't really. It's not got 2,000 views. The best one in the Championship got 15,000. So I used to get normally about, when we were in the Championship, I was getting about 5,000. You know, sometimes between 5,000 and 7,000, and then there was a few really big ones, 15,000. But 2,000, it's not even worth doing them. I think it's made £7. so it's not. And for that football blogger that was saying I'm starting my channel, there you go. If you get 2,000 views, you make, when you get monetized, 2,000 views. Watching Blackpool is going to get you £7. There you go, £7 quid. It costs you £27 to go. So, yeah. Seymour says, brilliantly, better times, Seasiders. Yes, indeed. Just feel good. I've only come on because I had to talk to somebody about it because I was excited today. I've not been excited for a long time, but today I am excited. I am excited about this Bloxham. If we have signing for 300,000, then God, what are Shrewsbury doing? In fact, I actually hope they have got a bit of a sell-on clause or a big sell-on clause, because it just feels at the moment like for 300,000 we've stolen him. Yeah, that was against Watford, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure he's 6'5" either. He's over 6 foot for sure, but I'm not sure he's 6'5". Yeah, 7.93. 7,930, yeah. So I'm 70 away, aren't I? 70 away. But, well, 70 away from, 70 away. I'm 70 away. But I'm 70 away. We can do it. One day it'll happen. It's taken me 2 years to get from 7,000 to 7,930, but I have checked on League Two recently. There's a very likely chance of seeing Walsall next season if we don't get promoted. Yes, indeed. Yeah, yeah, and Jane has quite a few friends in Walsall because she kind of lived near there in Birmingham, and she's got quite a few friends down there, and they're all really excited about it because they've done nothing for years, you know, and it's just like they were flying, weren't they? And then Fleetwood went and beat them or something, didn't they? Ridiculously. Yes, if we won all the games, we would win the league, but that's not going to happen. That would be a miracle for us to win every game to the end of the season. I mean, we did well to do a perfect 10. I mean, we have a video of the perfect 10. I think it's the only perfect 10 we've ever done in the history of the club. So the chances of us winning every game to the end of the season, that 19 games unbeaten, you know, just winning them all, the perfect 19, it's not going to happen. Yeah, well, yes, I know there's a lot of people like him, and you know, I like doing them, but I like doing them when they're winners. I like doing winning videos. I really have got to the point where, like, doing losing videos, I find, like, I've done so many of them that there's such a lot of work to do. You know, they do take about 8 hours to put to, you know, to actually edit and put together in the way I do them. They take anywhere between 6 and 8 hours. And when you've been doing that for 2 or 3 years and doing lots and lots of losing videos, you just mentally it's incredibly tough. I can't explain it, but it is like, you're like, oh my god, when it's a winning video, I can't wait. You know, I just can't wait. You know, because I even like, you know, to watch me back. You know, I'm watching me back having a great time. So I'm watching a video or I'm editing myself and I can see I'm having a great time and I'm reliving it as I'm making it, and I'm feeling like really excited when I'm making it. I'm thinking, oh god, I can't wait to show people this video. You know what I mean? I can't wait for people to see, you know. And then I watch videos where I'm just down and just, I don't know what to say, and you know, I see myself, you know, just I hear myself, like, and I just live it over and over again as I'm editing every bit, and it's just, honestly, it's incredibly difficult to do. Yeah, 70 away, yeah, 70 away. Yeah, when 70. It's like, I think in the summer, I think I was 100 away in the summer, so I've put on about, I think I've put on about 40 subs since the start of the season. But it goes up, I get like 45, and then I go back down to 39, and then I'm back up to 42, and then I'm back down to 35. It just goes up and down and up and down. It's like, half of it's like bots, you know. YouTube remove subscribers that are bots, you know. So if like bots come on, and then, you know, they take them off again. So I can do it. I know I can do it. I can do it. One day I'll do it. One day I'll do it. I'm not bucket list, but the 8,000's not. The 8,000's been like, it's just been like forever. It's just felt like forever, because 7,000. I was in 7,000 when the championship season. So you know, obviously once you go down, it's very hard to get it rolling again. But yeah, just 8,000 would be great. But 10,000. Honestly, in the championship, if we'd have stayed in the championship, well, I'd have done it by now. And that was my dream. 10,000 is just in my head. I mean, YouTube don't really pay much attention to you until you get 10,000. And there's only 3% of people in the whole, like, there's billions of YouTube channels, but there's only 3% of those that ever get to 10,000. So it's a massive, to get to 10,000 is so big. Not financially, but just like mentally, to be in that top 3% and do it watching bloody Blackpool Football Club would be like a dream come true. Cheers, Connor. Yeah. Oh, the editing, the editing is, oh yeah, it's a lot of editing, I can tell you. And honestly, I'd love somebody to just sit down with me and film me and just show you how much editing there actually is in it to make it. But yeah, and I love it, you know, and I win, I love it. I can't tell you the difference in, you know, your mental state of mind when you're watching yourself having a good time, you know, compared to when you're having it. But I have enjoyed this with the, you know, with the players. Although I had to tell Jane that David McNiven said to me in the last 10 minutes, he said, calm down. He says, calm down, Lee. You're gonna have an heart attack. So Jane always says I get way too stressed out, and honestly, I'm thinking, God, even bloody David McNiven's telling me to calm down, and I thought I was being all right with him. You know what I mean? I have to be like on the best behaviour when with the guests. You know, can't be effing and blinding and all this sort of stuff with him. Oh my God. Yeah, one big viral video, but what's a There's no such thing as a viral video about Blackpool bloody football club. Honestly, it's not possible to have a viral video of like Blackpool Football Club. It's just not possible. If you like met Beyonce or something, and you know went on a world, you know, I don't know, she took you out for a bloody meal or something, it'd be like a viral video, wouldn't it? But Blackpool Football Club, it's never. It's honestly, you just. You know, and they think they're so good, and the media team think they're so amazing and all this, and just bloody hell, nobody other than Blackpool Football Club are interested. Us, Blackpool fans and Blackpool Football Club think there's something absolutely fantastic, but in the world of YouTube, trust me, Blackpool Football Club are an absolute nothing. They are as good as zero. In the world of YouTube, where you've got people like Mr. Beast with, I don't know, 180 million subscribers and all these other massive companies that just got millions and millions, and Blackpool Football Club think that it's so precious, you know what I mean? They haven't got a bloody clue. They haven't got a clue. Yes, if Blackpool had stayed in the Championship, I would have got to 8,000, definitely, yeah. Because you get like more away fans watching your videos and bigger away followings as well. So they all watch the videos. I mean, I watch it loads of times on, say, like on A View from the Tower, and somebody will post on A View from the Tower and say, oh, you know, I watched the Peterborough vloggers video, you know, it's absolutely fantastic, you know, they showed all the goals and all this, and I watch it, it's like some kid on his bloody iPhone or something, not edited at all, but somebody's raving about it, just because it's, you know, they're seeing the game from the other fans' point of view, and that's the same sort of thing that happens with me. If there's a big club comes, you know, and some of their fans just find my video and they watch it, they think, wow, this is amazing, you know what I mean? Whereas, you know, a lot of Blackpool Football Club, you know, just think it's rubbish. You know, if you go on A View from the Tower, they slag you off. I won't even post on it anymore because somebody always puts something shitty about it on. You know, it really gets on my nerves. People are just always, you know, they always have to say something, you know, derogatory about it, just for no other reason than they can. So it just annoys me. What do you reckon about the rumours of Salah? Well, I reckon, Andy, that they're rumours, and people say things, and it's like Chinese whispers where it just goes on and on and on. And I don't believe those all these in the know people don't know a lot, do they? Really, nobody knows. I mean, who knew? You know, all this speculation about who was signing. Did anybody say Tom Bloxham? Did anybody come up with him? We signed him. No, you know, it's just no. I don't know. It certainly won't be because people on A View from the Tower have told you that, you know, we're going to buy. And I couldn't believe the national paper went with it, when I'm thinking the only place that's fueling this is bloody fans and Twitter and whatever, all, you know, spreading this rumour around that, you know, he was going to sell it. I don't know whether he is. There's a lot of me wishes he would get somebody in like Bellicon, you know, who had a bit of money to help him. Because I just don't think he has enough money to do the things that we need to do, and you know, everything's on hold again, isn't it? You know, I had to go into the club nearly 2 years ago now because I said that the training ground wasn't happening, and what I was saying on the video was that it's not happening, is it? And it's still not happening until it's happening, which is what I said to the club when I went in. Until you're actually putting diggers in and you're building something, until that moment, it's not happening. And I stand by what I said 2 years ago, because it still hasn't started today. And they're also saying that, you know, they're having to delay the East Stand. And to be honest, I don't, you know, they say the planning certificates, you know, going to run out this year, but the actual structure of the East Stand is all pile driven in. You know, I was there all through the summer, you know, I went down every day, filming, taking photographs, talking to the builders. Tim Fielding was there, there was loads of us there, and I watched it every day all through the summer, all the pile driving, they're knocking them in. There's about 20, 25 big, massive, like 20-foot rods of steel, like huge things, going down, down, down till it hit bedrock. And all that stand is all pile driven in. It's bomb proof. But all the seats that are inside are all just on like stanchions. It's just all like, you know, if you look through it, there's just hundreds and hundreds, every seat's on a stanchion. Well, you'd only have to take all the seats out or, you know, redo all the stanchions, and that you get another 15 years on it because the roof part of it, you know, is all natural, you know, the framework of it is going nowhere. It'll be safe forever. It's not a temporary stand, it's a proper pile driven in stand. It's just not all bricked in and everything else, like, you know, like a proper stand would, but it's not going anywhere. So they'd easily get another planning certificate on if they just did the seats, and that'd be a lot cheaper than building a new stand, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? And it's good enough at the moment, isn't it, for where we are? But the sad thing is they're knocking all these houses down on Henry Street, and all these people have been kicked out of their houses. If they're not going to do the stand, it's a bit rubbish, isn't it, really, to be honest? Yeah, Conrad says if you get 10,000, that's a tenth of Blackpool's population subscribe to you. Yeah, in a way. Yeah, it's well we've got 148,000, haven't we? So yeah, it's getting up there, isn't it? So yeah, it would be an incredible achievement. I always I look at, like, you know, all these, you know, they have these meetings, don't they, with the club, and, you know, all these, you know, BST get invited, the muckers get invited, and you know, I think BST, I don't know, they've got 1,500 members, and the muckers, I don't know, probably 1,500 members. I've got like 8,000, 8,000 people follow me, but they never invite me to any of them, you know what I mean? And I could tell, you know, I've got anything they wanted me to say, do you know what I mean? Anything, any good news that they wanted to get out there, if they just told me and I told 8,000 people, it'd get out there quicker, you know, it'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it? I speak to Wolfie, who does Nottingham Forest Fan TV, and when he'll be doing a transfer deadline video, because he does it every year, because the club ring him. The club, because he knows the direction of the club, they ring him on his live stream and say, we've got some news, we've signed this player, get everybody told, and there's thousands watch it, and his channel goes through the roof because the club work with him, and that's the power of it. That's the power of it. But what? They haven't got a clue, and I would help them. I've always said I'd help them, but they don't want my help, so that's fine. Never comes to unless you're up 10 goals. No, I'm not. I tell you, even 3-0, you know. But even today, you know, I was reading on View of the Tower, and people are panicking once they got that goal back. You know, they got a goal back with like 12 minutes to go, was it, at that time when they scored? And you're thinking, oh my God, here we go. Yes, I could go to a Premier League game. I could. But then I'd become a Thogden, wouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? I don't, you know, I kind of hate the fact that he's Bolton Wanderers, but he does all this other stuff, and I get it. I actually, to be honest, more than that, I'd rather go to the you know, Jane wants to do the football tourist guide, and she wants to do them rather than following Blackpool, because we can't film anything in the match. But when you go to non-league, it's wonderful. You know, you go to non-league games and you walk in with a camera, and everybody wants to talk to you. You know what I mean? Everybody, because they want the publicity. You know what I mean? The kit man will come and talk to you. Somebody will say, do you want to speak to the manager? You know, have an interview with the manager. Do you want to, you know, do you want to film the man of the match? Do you want the man of the match to come and have a... It's just wonderful, and everybody wants to be on it, and they love it when you show the clubs and all that, and, you know, it really is, it's nice. So we may do a Liverpool vlog, you know, football tourist guide, but it won't be watching Liverpool, or it'll be watching some little non-league side, just like we did with the Grimsby, and it was great. You know, we watched Grimsby Borough, and I don't know if you've watched that on the Football Tourist Guide channel, but, you know, we watched Grimsby Borough, and it was just great. You know, it was really good. You know, We did a few touristy things, went to a museum, and we went to a few museums actually, and we went to this great rock band called the Yardbirds with this, there was a Duran like act on called Duran, and they were amazing, all things amazing, you know, really, really good. And yeah, that was just watching Grimsby Borough, and I enjoyed that more than, you know, going with Blackpool. Because when I go with, like if I watch Chase Town, and that would be watching Jane's Chase Town, but if we watch Chase Town, I want them to win for Jane, you know what I mean? Because she loves them because she was match secretary there. But I couldn't care less, you know. If they lose, they lose. If they win, they win. It doesn't ruin my weekend. But I want them to win for her, you know what I mean? Because, you know, so I want them to win. I'm cheering them on, but I'm not bothered. But when I go with Blackpool and I do all these wonderful tourist things, and then Blackpool lose, it just really ruins. You know, Blackpool losing ruins my weekend. Yes, it did. Yeah, the Birmingham video did one of the best because how big the fan base is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. You know, because they'll have loads of people who'll be wanting to see, you know, from our, you know, my side. I'm not a fraud like Goldbridge, but I like him though. You know, I don't mind Goldbridge. I like the True Geordie as well, but he's gone into boxing and, you know, all sorts of stuff now. But I used to like him. He was funny, and Goldbridge, yeah. But you know, hasn't he done well? And now he has you know, a team. He doesn't edit anything, does he? You know, they put a team, put his like highlights, videos out, and everything. It's just it's fantastic, and his subscriber count's brilliant. Yeah, yeah, I'd love it. It's not going to happen watching Blackpool. How come George BFC and other Blackpool fan channels can vlog the pitch but you can't? Probably because the club don't really see them. You know, the club for some other reason seem to see me as some sort of like threat. So I'm like stealing money off them. You know what I mean? Taking money out of their hands. You know, because they need the money, don't they? But, you know, they'll make about £7 on a video. So if they need that £7, Jesus Christ, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just the way they are. It's just the way they are. But again, you know, I did say at the time that I really wanted to start putting match footage in because I wanted to build something that, you know, that didn't rely on the results. You know, if I could make videos that were good enough to be watched regardless of the result, and that's why I've done these former player interviews, but I can't get enough of them. I wanted 23. I wanted to do one, you know, for every game with a former player, and then it would have been a playlist of 23, and they would have been watched forever, and people would still be picking them up years and years to come. But it's not been an easy thing to get former players to do it, and that's the saddest thing. I've struggled. I've had a few, you know, obviously games got moved and that caused a problem, and then somebody said they would, and then they couldn't, and Brett Ormrod was coming on, and then he got the kitman job at Bolton, and he couldn't do his night, and it's just, I've got one more coming in, but I'm struggling to, you know, to get the rest of them, and then because I haven't got them, you know, I've got a disco coming up for Mansfield. I won't be at Mansfield because I've got to go to Park Hall, and I've got to be there for 4 o'clock, so I've no chance. So I won't be doing that one either. So just work has got a little bit in the way. WNG fan says the next few home game matches look interesting. Charlton on the 1st of February, Rotherham on the 11th, Mansfield on the 15th, and Crawley on the 22nd. Yeah, all kind of, yeah. I mean, Mansfield are, you know, doing well, aren't they? Rotherham, never easy. Charlton, you know, yeah, they're all difficult then. Crawley we should win, really. Conor Ryan says, yes, the training ground and the East Stand delays are a disgrace, really. Yeah, they are, because so far he's promised all that, didn't he? He promised to get that done, and he hasn't done. And I think, you know, the training ground would be fabulous, you know, if it was done. We need one, but, you know, you can't, like, criticise him fully because he has done so much work at Squires Gate. You know, Squires Gate was, I went down, you know, on that season when we first came back in the summer. I went with BST to, you know, to see them put in an actual, you know, some water in to water the pitches with. They didn't have anything to spray the pitches with. They had to put all that in, so they were just doing that, and everything was just little porta cabins. And now it's really fabulous. You know, they've got these modular sort of like buildings which are fabulous. You know, so it's a much better place than it was, but it's not ideal. MB personally thinks Bloxham will work better wide in a forward three. He is strong down the side of the pitch. Yeah, he would. He certainly would, and maybe we'll get the striker in that we need. I don't know if it's Niall Ennis. He's coming. I wouldn't mind him coming if he, you know. I know Stoke City don't like him, but I think he'd do well at League One. You know, I think he did all right at Plymouth, didn't he? He did okay there. So I've seen his highlights when he was playing for, you know, for Darlington, and he looked pretty good. Conor says, yeah, Thogton, yeah. I know. I don't really want to sell out and stuff. I mean, I watch a guy called Footy Adventures. I've met him a few times. He's been to Blackpool a few times as well. He's great, but he does a lot of Scottish football, and he follows Rangers a lot. But he's doing vlogs like every night of the week, and I think he's up to about 200,000 now, and you know, and he doesn't. And I sometimes think, like, if you were doing football vlogs and you just go in as a neutral to places all the time, it's a lot easier because you're not really bothered. You know, you don't care who wins. You're just doing a vlog about it. You know, talking about the history, you know, and all that research that you would do, which makes it an interesting vlog, which I can't do with. I could do more research on the other team, but to be honest with you, you know me, I'm only interested in Blackpool anyway, so I can't be bothered. You know, I can't be bothered being a nappers and having all this bloody information to tell you about the other team, because I don't care. I just watch Blackpool, you know what I mean? I only watch Tangent, you know, I watch, which is why I brought the you know, the former players along with me, because I know they'll see the whole game, whereas I just watch Blackpool. You know, I literally watch Blackpool. We're either, you know, defending, or we're attacking, you know, or we're playing well, or we're not playing well, or, you know, we're backing off and we're getting under pressure, or we're piling it on and it's exciting, and that's all I see. I don't see the other team at all. I couldn't even tell you who any players are or who scored or anything. I don't know. I have to look on the thing, you know, just to put the name on the thing, because I don't know any of them. I don't care. I'm just Blackpool. Yes, you love the tourist guys. Yes, I have got about 4 to do. I've still got Exeter, I've still got Norwich to do, I've got Wigan to do, and I've got one more to do, and I have just had what I can only describe as a writer's block on them, and I just can't face them, and I've tried to start them, and I can't face them, but I will get them done, because Jane wants to do some non-league stuff, so we will, but I've got to get them done. But I'm doing so many videos for this paddle company at the moment that I'm getting a bit sick of videos. Non-league is brilliant, yes it is. Gonna go, right, see you later Connor, thanks a lot. Hope 3 points to the pool on Tuesday. Yes, so do I, it would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's all talk about Bloxham. Well, we haven't seen enough of him to talk to. We can only really talk about today, because today he's superb. Well, first half in particular, he was incredible, really, unplayable. Is that your new chant? Okay. Yes. Bloxham, he smashed it in the net. No. Well, probably needs a bit of work. Big Dog Walker. Hi, Daz. How are you doing? 4 wins from safety, 13 wins for the playoffs. Out. Can we do it? Can we get 13 wins? If we've got the perfect 10 at the end, we can. I mean, we've got a chance. If we play like we've played in the first half of today, and we can get consistently playing like that, we've got a great chance. We've just seen us over Christmas, haven't we? You know, we've played, you know, all the top clubs, haven't we? You know, we played Huddersfield, we played Birmingham, we played Wrexham, and we've just not been outclassed in any of those games, have we? You know, we've looked good value and we've looked good. It's just, unfortunately, we don't seem to be able to beat the garbage teams, do we? The ones at the bottom of the league, the ones that are fighting for their lives, the ones that do what we weren't doing in the Championship, which is what I had a rant about, which was we weren't playing like a team that's going down, fighting for his life, battling for every point. We weren't that team, but we come across them. Your new song, great. I hope it takes off for you. Yeah, we do indeed, Daz. We need to start our home form winning run. By the way, if anybody has a big dog walker, they have a big dog and they need it walking, big dog walker, he walks big dogs. So if you've got a big dog, you need it walking, he's your man. You can put your number on screen if you want to tell people your business, but yeah, sure, tell them. Yeah, I think I've rambled on now for an hour and 25 minutes. It's been great. I had to talk to somebody. If you've just joined the stream, Jane's gone away on holiday. She's with the girls, so she's gone on a girls thing, and I'm sat here and I'm just thinking I need to talk to somebody about today. Yeah. Right, I won't read that one out because it's got swearing in it. Right, Paul Baker says, what a great club, Chasetown FC. Yeah, they really are. They've really improved things on off the pitch. Yeah, they have. They've gone 4G now, haven't they? They've got 4G, they've built a new stand and stuff. Yeah, they're gearing up for promotion, and you know, Jane loves them. She follows them all. She follows 3 clubs actually. She follows Blackpool, and she follows Chasetown because she was match secretary there, and she follows Brickstand, a Lego team, and she loves them. She absolutely loves Brickstand. She has a little Lego character that's quite often featured in all sorts of daft things, and yeah, it's a really clever thing. It's called Brickstand, and you can get a season ticket, I think, for £5 for the year, and you actually get a little person made of you that sits in the stand, and sometimes you're seen in the stand, and you're in the background, and yeah. I can't do it with swearing in it, so no. Rob Atzer won Young Player of the Season in League 2 last season. Yeah, he did, for Tranmere Rovers. And didn't they do a good job with him? They sent him back to us. They didn't injure him. They come back, and yeah, he's great. He's still raw, but he is tricky Ricky in it at times. And I'll tell you what I like about him. He doesn't go down like Dembele. I like Dembele, but Dembele used to fall over all the time. He doesn't fall over. He seems to have a good balance, whereas Dembele, yeah, he got up quick, but he used to go down too much. Yeah, they do have a good non-league stadium. Do we ever go? Yes, we have been to AFC Blackpool a few times. I don't really have the time to go and watch them. We sometimes go to Squires Gate as well. We like them, so we have been to them. And we have been to Squires Gate and to AFC Blackpool, and yeah, it's good. It's good down there. We've got some good games down there. I actually like non-league for a number of things really. One, it's great if you're filming. So if I go with Jane, it's great to film because you can film all the match if you want. But you're very close to the pitch, so you get really close to the action. It's you see like the tackles going in really hard, and which you don't really see when you're in the stands. You don't get that feeling of how tough it is down there on the pitch, and they just they're very welcoming, and everything's a lot cheaper, and you can bring your dog and you can have a beer and bring it out and watch the game. You know what I mean? There's no rules like there is, and there's no trouble. Everybody's just volunteers, and they all love the clubs, and it's just really nice. And it's really nice to be welcomed by a football club when you're a vlogger, unlike how it is, in the Football League. Do I think Sunderland are getting promoted this season? Well, they've got a damn good chance, Joshua. You must be thinking it's a chance. You're looking good, but you just keep messing up a bit. When you get that chance to really cement yourself up there. But you're up there, and if you're up there, yeah, of course, I think you could. I'd like to get in above Burnley. If I'm being honest, I'm sick of seeing Burnley getting promoted. So that would be good. That would be really good. Yeah, what you want the Dembele song for APTA? Could work. Kieran Baines is here. Oh, hello, Kieran. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the Premier League? I was listening on Talk Sport actually at tea time, and there was a Liverpool fan on saying that Ipswich fans were one of the best fans they've seen down there for years, probably since Blackpool were there. So there was a lot of praise for Ipswich fans down there from Liverpool. So even though you know they whooped you, but yeah, it's tough, the Premier League. So yeah, I'm better today. I'm on talking about Blackpool because I'm excited about, we've got a new player and we've won a game, and that's brilliant because it's been hard. NA says Blackpool should loan more of their youth and academy players to Fylde. Yeah, maybe there's not a friendly relationship there. I don't know. I don't know why they don't. Crazy Football Vlog says we played well today. Let's hope it continues. My video won't be out till tomorrow though. I'm too tired to start editing now. It's half done. It only needs a little more doing. So I take it you went then, did you, Bailey? Yeah. So you've been doing it on the coach on the way back, have you? Yeah. Sometimes it is tough, isn't it, to keep going, especially if you've travelled all that way. But good. Every credit to you for doing it. Every credit. And I'm glad to see you got the win as well today, which is good. Things not working out in the Premier League. Kieran, are you Ipswich? Am I getting that wrong? Am I getting you wrong? Why have I got it in my head you're Ipswich? Yes, the Dembele song, but change it to Rob Apter. What are my thoughts on the goalkeeper situation? To be honest with you, I wasn't really too sure about this keeper. He was worrying me, but he's getting more confident and he's playing better. He didn't really have a chance with the goal today. Yeah, I think he's. I'm not as worried about him as I was. Let's put it that way. You know, I think he's doing all right. I would have liked a more experienced goalkeeper, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. He's keeping a few decent clean sheets and stuff, and I can't blame him for the Huddersfield goals, to be honest, either. And he did pull off a worldie. Oh, yes, you are Ipswich, of course. I thought I was starting to doubt myself then. I thought what you meant. What did you say? Things not working out in the Premier League. I thought that was. Thought you're questioning my question, but yeah, no, it's really hard in the Premier League. It's just, and you don't get a lot. I don't know whether you get decisions against you. You know, you feel that you're robbed of points against these big clubs, and it's just a really tough. But it's an experience. You know, it's an experience to be in it, isn't it? And you know, see all these great clubs coming to you. But I've said it all along, and I don't know if you feel the same way as I did when I played. You know, Blackpool were in there, but it doesn't really matter if you're getting beaten by Peterborough or you're getting beaten by Chelsea. You're still getting beaten, and you don't think to yourself, "Oh, I feel really good because it was, you know, it's Chelsea, and we'll get to see Chelsea." You still want to win. As a football fan, you want to win, and it's no fun losing. You know, it doesn't matter if Chelsea are beating you, City are beating you, United are beating you. It doesn't matter who's beating you. It's still as painful as it is losing to any team. It's losing, and it ruins your weekends. And I didn't ever, you know, come away from a game thinking, oh well, at least I got to see Liverpool. Well, we beat Liverpool twice, but you know, at least I got to see Manchester United. And although they beat us, I saw Manchester United. I couldn't care less. It was just red and white to me, just like every other team that plays in red and white. I didn't think, oh, you know, I saw Fergie and all that, but you know, I wanted to beat him. I didn't want to lose. Think you can stay up? Yeah. Southampton will be relegated. Well, it's looking like it, isn't it? I think they're almost down, aren't they now? Yes, you're at Blackpool. Of course you are. I know I always start talking Ipswich. I can't call everybody Ipswich once I start talking to you. So we know that, don't we? So yeah, and you keep an eye on us. Yeah, no, I don't think they'll stay up either. It's very hard to stay up. I thought Blackpool would stay up, actually. I was talking to somebody at that time at Christmas. I was doing the Christmas gigs at Park Hall, and they had like a band, and I was talking to the guys from the band, and I think one of them was a Wolves fan. He was saying, "Oh, do you think Blackpool are going to stay up?" And I was like, yeah, I do. I thought like we're 8th. I said we're doing really well, and it just all went wrong. Well, again, I just, the club has been up for sale from the time that Simon Sadler took over it. He said many, many times that if somebody comes in who he thinks will do a better job than him and has got the club at heart, he will sell Blackpool Football Club. He said that all along. He was only here as a custodian of the club, and he said he would look after it to the best of his ability of what he had. And he's always said that he will sell it at the right price, and I don't think that's new news. I think that's been the news for years. But the trouble is, somebody starts saying things on A View from the Tower or wherever that and these people who post on A View from the Tower are not necessarily Blackpool fans. You've always got to remember that. A lot of them can be like knobbers or whatever, just causing trouble all the time, and a lot of people fall for it all the time, and I don't believe a lot of the stuff I read on The View from the Tower. And then that rumour then goes from there. Somebody says, Sadler's selling it. He's going to be selling it in, wait for the big news. I can't think what date they were saying. It's definitely happening on a certain day. And that just becomes set in stone. And then that goes onto Twitter. And then you get a national newspaper picking up on that, on a national newspaper. They're talking about, Henry, Tay or whatever he is. He was one of the, he was one, who was looking to bid when the Oystons, when the Oystons had gone. So that's just old news. I just think it was all a load of rubbish, and I don't think. I think he will sell the club if somebody comes in with a lot of money, but I don't know if that's happening or not. And they wouldn't tell you anyway. There is time. No news comes out of the club, does it? All these people that say they're in the know, I don't believe any of them because no news comes out of the club at all. They keep a lid on it, which is good. Yeah, Kieran says the biggest victory is beating Chelsea. Should have been beating Man United, to be honest. So yeah, refs and VARs. I don't really like VAR, if I'm being honest, but I wish we'd have had it at Wrexham because it would have never been a penalty. One team that really apes at seeing this season is Nottingham Forest. Yeah, the thing is with Forest, and they talk about Forest doing something like amazing. Isn't it amazing that Nottingham Forest are like 3rd in the league? But Nottingham Forest have had, oh my God, how much money has been pumped in to Nottingham Forest? You think how much money was pumped into Blackpool when we got into the Premier League? We're borrowing Jason Puncheon from Southampton, and we've got, DJ Campbell's our biggest signing on 1.7 million. And then you look at what Forest spent in that first year. They got in the Premier League. Oh, well, the year even in the Championship they spent, but once they got in the Premier League, Jesus. And the guys are shipping magnate. They've got loads of money. It's not like a miracle, is it, that Forest are doing well? Whether they can keep that up, but if the guy keeps pumping money in, they will be up at the top. It's all about money, isn't it? Ruin the game, says Kieran Baines. VAR, yeah, wrestling, yeah. VAR is just terrible at times. I don't think I can put up with it. New ownership seems like a good shout for the pool. Well, it would be, but Simon Sadler, he's a Blackpool fan and he's doing his best. The trouble with Simon Sadler is we don't really know how much money he's got, to be honest, because he manages. He did manage a hedge fund, which was $1 billion hedge fund, but that's not his $1 billion, is it? So he's not a billionaire. He's rumoured he's worth about 150 million. I don't know whether that's true. Well, it's not true, but that's the kind of rumour on it. And to be honest with you, that's chicken feed, isn't it? I mean, that's the Euro Millions win, isn't it? You've got to own, you've got to own a country, haven't you? Be worth billions, I mean, look what Birmingham's City are spending on players. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So Simon Salah doesn't have those deep pockets that these billionaires do have, but he's certainly not a bad owner. He's not a bad owner, but we know what a bad owner is, and you know, it upsets me when people say they're going to, like, you know, boycott because he's not spending money and all that. Blackpool fans boycotted for a far bigger reason than just, you know, somebody not spending money. It was all about suing fans. Well, suing fans was the thing that really kicked it over the edge and made us, you know, boycott. But we were getting that way anyway because they'd taken all the money out of the club and they weren't spending it. And we knew we got promoted. And we knew we had 96 million quid and none of it was going in. So he was getting toxic. But once, you know, people accused him of stealing and that all started, and then they started like suing fans, and that was when it kicked off. But you can't kick off and start boycotting because you're not happy with the way a club's being run, because no fans are happy with the club's being run, really, are they? I mean, Man United fans are not happy at the moment. Yeah, Blackpool did do amazing in the Premier League until after Christmas. If they replicated the first half or only did a bit worse, we'd easily have stayed up. Yes, indeed, we would. Callum Cole says, I put a bet on Fulham to beat Man United. Reserves with Crystal Palace, and you got 400 quid, did you? Wow, I won 400 quid, wow. Kieran Bain says, I think Southampton, Leicester, and between Ipswich and Wolves, but if we go down, I will know. If we go down at less, I will know. You need to read. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you mean there, Kieran. Anyway, maybe just finish off that last sentence. Okay, I can understand what. Somebody, Chalmers says, keep the faith, Kieran. Of that lot, I think Wolves will survive. Are we into Sunday? Okay, is it Sunday now? Right, well, I'm going to get off soon because we've been here a long time. I think I'm nearly on 2 hours talking about it. I was excited. Semi-channel says, Southampton are adrift and Leicester stumbling about. Everton have Leicester next and we'll put them away. Yeah, Everton are doing okay at the moment, aren't they? When am I ending? Well, I'm ending when you stop blooming keep writing comments. Can reply to. Yeah, you never know in football. You never know in football, you don't. Success starts at the very top. Good ownership can't be overvalued. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. You know, Simon Sadler's not bad. He's not the best. He hasn't got the billions to put in, which I wish he had. But you know, he's doing all right, and it's just a shame that they just didn't put enough effort into trying to stay in the Championship. Oh, to win 400 quid, it's today, right? Okay. Alex Holt is here. Hello, Alex. How you doing? You've just seen Bloxham's backflip. I'm in love. Yeah, I know. But the goal. Oh my God. This is Alex. The goal is just beautiful. In fact, all the goals are beautiful. They all are. You know the way that Afire comes out of defence for the first one, manages to stay on his feet, carry on, puts the ball to Morgan, spins, turns out to CJ, and he just, you know, puts it under the keeper, and the keeper kind of just knocks it in. It's all just beautiful motion. And then Bloxham's goals, his goal is just phenomenal, and the ball across to Fletcher, you know, it's just marvellous football. If you can watch that every week, you know, if we played like that all the time, we'd walk this league. It's brilliant. Nana says, Forest may have got a lot of money, but it's less than clubs like Man City and Chelsea that they're ahead of in the league. Yes, of course it's less than those, yeah. I mean, City, it's just ridiculous, isn't it, how much money they have. Yes, if you go down, at least you'll know what a win is, of course, yes, you've won, you know, you have won in the Premier League, so you've done that. You haven't done a derby and got 9 points. But yeah, no, you've done all right. You're also checking on the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday have impressed me this season. Yeah, they've turned it around, haven't they, from a bad place where they were. Right, It is now. I don't know what I don't know what time it is because my phone's not on. I'll have to turn my phone back on. I have to turn my phone off because somebody messes with my phone all the time when I'm on live stream and they can't do it when my phone's off. Yeah, and you'll also get the parachute payments. Yeah, it'll never be the same now at Ipswich. If they're wise with the money, they'll be a much stronger club when they go down, and they could start doing a Burnley and just get themselves back in a few times and getting some more money and strengthening, and in the end, you get enough behind you and a team good enough. You were saying to Sebby last night, I was actually looking forward to CJ's return. He can't handle the Championship, but League One defenders can't handle his pace. Yeah, indeed, and they can't handle this pace of this Bloxham either. So the good thing is now, I said this earlier, we've got Bloxham who's quick, we've got Apter who's quick, we've got CJ as quick, and we've got Fletcher, although he hasn't been a goal scoring demon. He is quite tricky and he does play the ball about, so you can't leave him alone. So you can't, and teams have been doubling up on Apter and tripling up on Apter sometimes, but they can't now. There's no way that they can put 2 or 3 players on Apter and just leave Bloxham to run around, or leave CJ to run around, or leave Fletcher to do his own thing. So they've now got 4 players there that are all need looking after, so they can only one-on-one and they can't be doubling up, because if they do, they're leaving the other players free, and they all can harm you because they're all pretty quick, and that's exciting. It's just a shame we didn't have this at the start of the season, but you never know, still a long way to go, so I'm feeling a little bit more hopeful than I was. Yeah, the parachute pay. Well, that's weird, isn't it, with Luton? I can't really understand what's happened to Luton, because they've come from like non-league, they were in non-league, they've come all the way to the Premier League. They got to the Premier League, they had a decent season. It wasn't the greatest, but they had that, so they had all that money, and they're struggling, aren't they? They could well come down this season, if they double dip after getting all that money, then something's just gone wrong there, hasn't it? Yeah, I agree. I think Burnley have done very well with all the money that they've received from the Premier League. But Burnley, the people that live in Burnley and the people that run Burnley, they're like tight as they're tight. They're not big spenders, and you can never see Burnley playing 100 million for a player. It's just not going to happen. It's not in their DNA to spend that kind of money. So they're very wise with it, and I think they've done great with it, and I do admire them for the way they've been with the money, Burnley. And it's what I thought we'd be like. I honestly thought the Oysters would use that money wisely to get themselves back in and get more and more and more. But they didn't. Instead of doing that, they just took the money. But I don't know why they didn't. Alex Holt says, yes, the starting 11 is very exciting now. The only worry is seeing how we perform when the subs come on. They aren't good enough. Yeah, well, normally we'd be kind of wanting, we'd be seeing Sonny Carey coming on as a sub, and everybody going, oh, blooming Sonny Carey. But I thought he did okay today. And I thought Onamar, he was looking good before he got injured. If Onamar can stay fit and he gets fitter and fitter as we're going along, he's going to become really a big influential player in this team, because he is like Premier League quality, isn't he? So if Steve Bruce, and he likes Steve Bruce, I read his thing in the Gazette saying how much he likes Steve Bruce, and he's worked with Steve Bruce, and he's a big fan of Steve Bruce. So if Steve Bruce can bring him, get him playing like he was when he was a Premier League quality player, then we have got a heck of a player there in Onamar. So he could be good. He could be like a new signing. I still think we do need a couple, if I'm being honest. But that Baggett looked good as a centre half. But Steve Bruce wanted to get rid of the dead weight. He's been complaining. He was complaining we had too many players who were just bumming around and not playing, and he couldn't use them, and they were not good enough. So he is getting rid of them, and he's got rid of your favourite. Dom Thompson has gone. So I said that should please you. Liam JS 93. So Steve Bruce is doing well for us. He's honest with fans, and he's getting things better. He certainly is. I mean, we've only lost once since November, and that was we shouldn't have lost that, should we really? It was never a penalty at Wrexham. So yeah, he certainly turned it around. He steadied the ship. He stopped us conceding loads of goals. He stopped us losing. And he's got us, you know, that confidence, even though it's only draws, you know, and it builds, it just builds confidence slowly. And the team are getting more confident. And this, you know, they looked, you know, first half, you know, they seemed a good side. I just don't understand why we can't do a second half like we do a first half. We seem to be better in the first half. Well, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, W&G, because Lincoln, you know, won 5-1 today. 5-1 against Peterborough, who beat us 5-0. So Lincoln always seem to be on form when they play us, and they're a bit of a bogey side. So I'm not. I would be happy with a draw there. If we come away with a draw, I'd be happy. But if we got a win at Lincoln, I'd actually be starting to believe. I would. I'm not joking. If we won at Lincoln, I'd be thinking we got a chance here, because we'd have still 11 home games to go. 7 away. After Lincoln, we'd have 7 away and 11 at home. And if we can get that, if we can turn our away form round and keep winning away, if we can turn our home form round and keep winning away, that could be. We've seen, you know, we couldn't win away with Crits last year, could we? Until the end, and then he blew it right on the last day away from home, playing stupid football like he'd done all season, really. But yeah, if we could turn the home form round, which we should be able to win at home, if we could turn that round and we keep winning away, wow, this could be a very exciting season. But yeah. Yeah. I knew you'd be happy about that. Yeah, the best business. Yeah. I know you don't like him, but I thought you were all right. I just thought whenever he made a mistake, he got punished, and it was a shame, really. But yeah, we haven't. The fact, you know, we've not missed him, have we? And yeah, we've not needed him, really, and we certainly didn't need him today. We were just superb today. So yeah, it's all good. Right, I'm going to get off, I think. Unless anybody else wants to say anything before I go. I'll do, what time is it now? What time are we? Oh yeah, 15:15, God. We're into Sunday, so we can do a little bit longer if you want to. Do I miss Keshi Anderson? Yeah, I loved Keshi Anderson, but the trouble with Keshi Anderson, he's just injury prone, isn't he? He's just injury, you know, that's him, isn't it? So, you know, it's the same as, what's he called? The striker that's injured again. Done his Achilles. What's he? Oh God! His name's just gone out my head. Why has it gone out my head? Striker for us last year. Tell me in the comments. Well, it's always pulling his hamstring. The lad from Ireland. Why can I not remember his name? Why has his name gone out of my head? Anyway, it was like him anyway. He's always injured, yeah. Keshi on his day was unreal. Shame because his injury spoiled him. Yeah. I mean, I love Keshi Anderson, and he was great around the dressing room as well, wasn't he? He was funny and everything, yeah. He was a good player. Yeah, his injury did spoil him. But yeah, you know, when the one, was it against, it was against North End, wasn't it, where he kicked the ball onto his own foot and it went in like the wrong way, and he just said he finessed it in. It wasn't really. See you later, Kieran. We're all going to bed. Good to see me, Blackpool slowly getting better, yeah, and happy to see me happy as well, because I'm feeling a bit happier today, which is why I'm here. Right, so I've had no drops on this stream as well, which is good, so it stayed pretty clear. Lavery, Shane Lavery, yes, of course. Why can't I remember his name? Shane Lavery, yeah. Injured again, though, isn't he? He's injured, yes, Lavery. Yeah, Charlie Adam is now part of the Everton coaching staff. Yeah, that will do him the world of good, I suppose, as well. And, of course, he'll be joining up with Keith Southern. They're probably still good mates. Yeah, it's just injuries, and it's certain players get injuries and they just never recover. You know, it's a nagging thing that goes on and on and on. And you know, we have got this new player, and I just hope he is one of those kind of players that just, you know, like Jerry Yates, you know, they just don't get injured, do they? You know, they're always playing, and let's hope he does. Cheers, Semi-Charm Life, and I'll see you again sometime. We'll maybe do some more of these live streams. I've enjoyed talking to you all tonight, and I do like to talk when I'm feeling happy. And I don't like to come on and moan all the time. I hate moaning, so it's good to be happy. So glad you're all happy. Come on the pool. I'm going to get off. Thanks a lot for sticking with me. I'm going to go. You take care. Let's hope we can just get 3 points at Lincoln. It would be great. I'll set up a draw. 3 points would be phenomenal. Good night, everyone. See you later.